Okay, hi everybody. Today I'm going to tell you how to do an industry study for your business. This is one of the coolest things that businesses can do because when they do that, it allows them to manufacture press. It allows them to get picked up by industry publications. It allows competitors to see them as a thought leader. It allows employees to see them as a thought leader. It allows the market to see you as a thought leader. It attracts clients. So today I'm going to talk to you specifically how to implement your first industry study for your business. Let's dive into it. So first thing is you need to pick a topic, right? What's your topic going to be for the industry study? And what you want to do is select something around a product or service that you have, because you want your industry study to get attention, to get people thinking about your business, but in a way that relates to specifically something that you want to sell. So make sure to do that. In addition to that, you want to select a keyword that you're going to be targeting for the industry study. So for example, if you want to rank higher for coupons or auto loans or engagement rings, you want your industry study to be around the term that you want to rank higher for, that you want to sell more of, so that you can make sure you're generating backlinks, you're generating more credibility, social media shares around your most important product and service, as well as your keyword. In addition to that, you want to take a look at the news. So if you can find something that's buzzworthy, if there's something going on in the news right now, and you can align the keyword, the product or service with something that's going on in the news, then that's going to give your industry study a whole lot of more pop, because anytime that somebody's doing research, especially editorial people around a specific topic, then you want to be front and center. So think about it this way. If you could do an industry study around a product or service, a keyword, and the news every single quarter, think about the impact that would have on your business. That's what we're talking about here today. Next thing, you're going to have to select your demographics. So do you want to do the study for people who are male, who are a certain age, that live in a certain city, that maybe they're interested in marketing, or are they a CEO, or is it just a general population thing? Do you care about the state? You need to make sure that you set your specific demographic, because that's an important qualifier for the data. So who are the people that you want to do the study around? Of course, that needs to align with the product or service and the keyword. Who's the demographic you're trying to get in front of, or the demographic that the people who are looking for your product and service would be interested in hearing from. Next thing, you create a list of questions, right? So this list of questions can be anywhere from 5 questions to 20 questions. Usually we've seen about 15 is the right number. And you want to think about things that are going to have shock value, things that are going to hit pain points, things that are going to be the common issues around the product or service that you are selling. What are these things that really people don't know a lot about? How can you get somebody to say 98% of people don't know this, or 90% of people do know this, but they don't do this, right? You need to think about something that's going to create shock value, because if you don't, and it's just a boring industry study, nobody's going to care, right? So think about shock value, think about common issues, and then think about it in terms of big percentages that you can create. Because if you can say 99% of people think that social media marketing is the hardest channel to manage, for example, and that was something that was in a recent industry study that we did, then you're going to get people to kind of notice, and the news publications are going to pick it up. I used to work for a news publication for 4.5 years, and I used to cover a lot of industry studies. If they were boring, they get tossed out the window. If it's something that's got some shock value, I was all over it. Next, you need to analyze the data. And so when you finally get back all this data, it's really important that you look at it from a business perspective, and that you analyze it like a business analyst would look at the data. And sometimes that's kind of tricky, right? Sometimes that's something that the CEO, a top person at the company, has to look at. Sometimes it's not something that just any person can do, because you need to really bring that industry expertise to the data. So look for outliers, things that really jump out. I've talked about shock value, and then bring expertise. So bring your own expertise to the study. What does this data mean? What does that mean in the industry? That's also going to help position you as a thought leader, right? In addition to that, if you're comfortable with it, bring in other experts who aren't competitors so that they can also comment on the data that's come back. Okay, so now you've gotten started, you've created your content, at least you've got the general stuff, but now what's the physical piece of content that you're going to be producing for the industry study? That's what we're going to talk about now. So first, you want a blog post that basically covers the most important highlights from the industry study. And you want to have images, share buttons, and then buttons to a downloadable PDF. So we've got a blog post, it's the main highlights in bullet points, it's got some images people can take and share so that you can get links back to your website so that they can reference this data, right? And there's a nice big button to download the industry study, okay? Now what happens when they click the button? Well, when they click the button, they get taken to a landing page. You can build this landing page in ClickFunnels, Unbounce, Instapage. There's a million different ones. It can be something that's custom that you've created. I personally like Unbounce. It's really easy. And you're going to capture their email address on that landing page, as well as maybe a phone number or whatever other information you want. The more information you try to capture, the harder it's going to be to get them to fill out that landing page, and potentially the more bogus type of information you're going to get. So I recommend you just keep it simple with an email. That's generally what we've done. And then you're going to set it up so you get an automated email that's sent to them with the PDF as a download. And in addition to that, they're redirected to another page. And on that other page, they can click a button to download the PDF because they've just put in their email and they want that instant gratification, okay? So that's how you set that up. Point number 6. Now, the biggest thing really, you've got all this set up. You've done all this work, okay? You've created the study. This has taken you 2 to 4 weeks to get this created, right? You've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now it's really important that your promotion is on point. Okay? You have to take the time to promote the heck out of this. And an industry study should really be promoted for about 6 weeks, right? 2 to 3 months, really. It can be something that's just an ongoing thing. There's so many different people out there that you can hit one by one with good outreach. And now I'm going to talk to you about how to do that, okay? So on the promotion side, first thing you can do is you can embargo it with a news site. So for example, we have a client right now, we've done an industry study, we've gotten a large news site, Entrepreneur, they're going to publish it first, right? That's really, really exciting. They get the chance to publish it first, to be the first one to release that data. Entrepreneur's excited about it, the client's excited about it, and it's a big win. So if there's a big site in your industry, you want to allow them to embargo or push out the data first, right? So have them publish it on a certain date, you can go that route. And it's a very good route because if you get on the biggest publication in your industry, that's always a good thing, right? There's a lot of value there. Next thing is, after you've done this, you want to create this media outreach list. So you're thinking of basically creating a list of 100 to a couple hundred sites that you can reach out to. And when you do this, you're pitching them, you're asking them for a link, you're asking them to put in images from the study, you're asking them if they like to write on it or if they would like you to write on it and give them a blog post. And what you're going to see is if you've got a really good pitch in place there, you're going to get picked up by 20 to 30% of these sites. You might have to email them a couple times, you might have to keep following up. Pitchbox is a great tool for this, Outreach Ninja, there's a bunch of different ones that you can do. Or you can just do it the old-fashioned way where you're building a list and you're sending them emails, and that works really well also. And then implementing pop-ups on the website. So what you would have to do is install a pop-up tool like Opt-in Monster or Sumo. A pop-up will come up and say, click here to see our industry study. They click there, then they're taken to the landing page, the Unbounce page, whatever you've created, and now you're capturing their email and then they're downloading the study. So the pop-ups are really going to help you because it's going to be a nice micro conversion that's going to allow you to capture email addresses while you're sleeping, right? That's why we created this amazing asset, because we want to use it as a micro conversion, a smaller conversion like an email address capture on a consistent basis, okay? Also, you're going to want to do a press release because that's going to automatically get the study picked up by 50 to a couple hundred websites. So make sure you put in a little bit of money, a few $100s or more to do a really good press release. Don't do the super cheap ones. You know, you put in a lot of effort on this stuff. You want to get it out there. And then finally, ads. So YouTube ads, Google ads, Instagram ads, LinkedIn ads, display network, and you know, all this stuff. And I could go into specifics on that, but a nice video that explains the study, short and sweet, click here to download, can be a really good thing. But in addition to that, it's really important that you think about remarketing. Remarketing for studies is excellent because all these prospects who have come to you and they've left and not all of them were super interested, if they see a study that you've done that's being remarketed to them, they're going to look at you as an expert, a thought leader, they're going to download it. There's a very good chance that they are going to be interested all over again. Okay? If you would like to see a great study that we've just done, you can check it out on ignitevisibility.com, and it talks about how 300 marketers are seeing a disruptive shift in how they are setting their digital strategy over the next 2 years. It was a really cool study. We have all this stuff set up for ourselves, and we've also set this stuff up for many of our clients, right? It's a service we offer, but this is really more of an educational thing for you. So that's it for industry studies today. Now you know how to do one. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.